Shit smells so strong. Oh my god. Oh. Burn my own hand off. There we go, that'll be nice for the ambiance. Hello, welcome back. I still don't have an intro, but I'll figure that out soon. Today, I'll be reviewing First and Last and Always by Sisters of Mercy. It'll be right here, because I'm so good at editing. And I actually have this album on CD. Let me grab it real quick. I got this recently off eBay. I love it to death. This is my favorite gothic rock album. I think it's the best one. It's the best one. There's no debating. Sisters of Mercy is the best band. The album has 10 tracks. First one is Black Planet, and we'll be talking about that now. It talks a lot about war, how it's dark all over Europe. This could be... I believe he's talking about the future. Possibly, I believe he could be talking about the future. How, like, there could be more pollution or war, how it's dark all over Europe. With, war times happening, there's a lot of pressure around the 1980s. I know the Cold War was still going on. Track number 2 is Walk Away. He's basically saying when, like, bad times are happening, how it's raining, him and this person could walk away. He talks about a lot of, like, women in this album, I've noticed, but that's mainly, like, kind of the album altogether. I'll get that at the end over the overall thing. But he's, like, also saying, what I interpreted, that if you walk away, you could walk away with him and you'd be with, like, a better life, or you can stay, like he says, and keep with the past, like, hold on to the past, like, cling on to the past to what you're familiar with, what you're comfortable with, if you get what I'm saying. Track number 3 is No Time to Cry. He's basically saying, through all, like, this heartache, all of this fear, this sadness, there's no time for that. You still have to move on. You still have to, like... You still have to go, you have to push forward. I'm also sensing, like, kind of like a satire thing with toxic masculinity. How men are taught to be like, oh, this big, strong man, how you have to do all these things. At the end, he does say everything's going to be alright, which I also think is satire with the way he says it and the whole song in general and the album overall. How it's about, like, more war and pollution. Yeah, I'll get into that. In a hard place, it's like his girl... He's talking about, like, how he's keeping secrets from... his girlfriend, I guess. It's saying, like, how he's struggling internally, but he's not telling her. And how eventually he's struggling to leave her, but he knows he needs to. Which is also some kind of stranger, the last track that I'll be getting to in a little bit. With track number 5, Marianne. He's talking about the Mariana Trench, if you don't know. I don't know exactly where it's located. I think it's right about there. Talking about how he's calling out to this woman, like how he's struggling internally, like it's not also just about the Mariana Trench. I feel like how you could say, like, the weight is pushing down on him, which can represent him drowning, obviously, because the farther you go down, the more pressure there is, but also how he's, like, struggling deeply and how he just needs, like, a woman to help him with it, and how to talk through it, like how he needs a partner super bad. And this will also be carried out through the entire album. It's obviously a repeating pattern the more you look into it, actually. Track number 6, First and Last and Always. It's talking about, like, seeing things, reminding him of his ex, and, like, how all these things can hurt him. But also, when he says first and last and always, he, like, that girl will always be his first and last and always. That's why he's clinging on to this, like, the entire album. Like, he's always clinging on to this love, but he's not gonna get it back. Actually, fun fact, during this album, I think, his girlfriend actually broke up with him. So that's why all these songs are so sad and depressed about how he's, like, missing his ex and how he wants that love back and how he wants that care. Track number 7, I said, I don't care. Blame past Dietrich. That's his fucking fault, not me. Track number 8, 9 Mile 9. And this, he keeps repeating he's waiting for the train. Though that this train is a metaphor, I think this train is a metaphor more, I think, for his love for her. How, like, part of the song where it says she says, like, it's, like, more reminiscing on how they were together, but they're no longer together. And he says, looking for a life for me and looking for a life for you. Like, he wants them to be together. So the end of the song where he keeps repeating he's waiting for the train, he waits in vain. He's waiting in vain for her to, like, return, and how he just wants her really bad and just misses. Number 9, amphetamine logic. It first starts off like how women, how they come and go, how he's leaving them, but then it goes to men who are being bought and sold to jobs, I feel like. That's the way I interpret it with the government, how like they're being bought and sold and used, basically, by them. But again, I'm looking into that. But it's also, he talks about the world keeps turning, like no one cares, while people are being cold and people are being burning. That's what he says. And how this no one minds it. They just keep passing by, like all these struggles, and people just turn a shoulder. It's like the bystander effect. Also, people are relying on drugs to get through hard times. With amphetamine logic being amphetamine being a type of drug they need. Final track, track number 10, Some Kind of Stranger. This one's like how he's talking about missing his ex and how he had to leave through the door, he says. How he's missing the love and the promises are broken. Now he's saying the truth is never spoken, like how much he was lied to or how much like she didn't tell him. They did it. He doesn't go into detail. Like his breakup isn't like detailed publicly. Also, part of the song is like he says he can wait another long time before and hearing another love song, which can like there's another part of the he could there's another part of the song where he says he can wait a long time before he hears another love song, which is him basically saying how he's already like going through it. He doesn't want to hear another love song by some generic band again because he's already going through so much heartache right now. He just can't handle it or he'll think of her, basically. And he's basically saying at the end of the song how beautiful she is, how she's like an angel, how he just wants her to come back inside to his house or in his heart, and how he just wants her so bad, and how they haven't, and he calls her a some kind of a stranger because how long they haven't met, how long they haven't talked in a while if they got back together in the end. Overall, I rate this a 10 out of 10 Glembies. I think this is a perfect gothic rock album. I think it's the best one. There's no there's no just competing for it. It's a lot about his ex and his breakup, and how he just like wants this love that he used to have, or like this spark, but he no longer has it. Also talks about war problems with amphetamine logic and Black Planet, how it talks about like how the world is and how it's going to be in the future, like how it could be dark and worse, and if we don't fix these problems now, that it's just going to get worse and worse. And that's all I have for you. Um, that's it. Okay. Bye bye.